Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of the Wellness Through Health and Wealth podcast. We're joined today by the amazing Leith Adams, who looks like he's somewhere different. Where are you today, Leith?
Well, I'm actually having a great day, Nicola. I'm actually on the beach in Brighton in South Australia, enjoying the sunshine behind me. It's a fantastic day here, sort of sweating it out. Life's tough at this level, I tell you.
It looks like it, I must say. It's a much better view than I have in the office here, but I want to talk to you today about the importance. It's really imperative because you're showing it by where you are today, the importance of legacy with residual income. Now, that's a mouthful, but I want us to get down to why passive income is something that people really need to start thinking about and how it can help them enjoy a better life and more freedom in their life and their business. So fill us in on why residual income is important for business owners.
Well, look, most business owners get caught up in the work Monday to Friday or Saturday, Sunday, or how many hours you got to work a week. Every business is a little bit different, but most people think they've got to start off afresh every Monday. But unfortunately, you're starting from zero every Monday, and that's not just if you've got a business, but if you've got a job as well. My take on it is why start from zero each Monday when you can add to it on Monday, And the good thing about residual income is that you actually do add to what you've already done, and you get paid for what you've done over and over again. It's much like having a royalty on a book. If you write a book, you get paid royalties on your book, and each time a book gets sold, time one of your books gets sold, you get paid a royalty from the publisher. But you don't have to rewrite the book. Every time a book gets sold, you get paid for the same work that you did. It might have been years ago. So you get paid for years for work you did years ago. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it sure does. And I know you wrote about it in your book, The Father Balance, the book that we've referred to on our previous podcast, The Father Balance here, also available to buy online. So you've had experience in producing passive income creators, because the book itself was one, but within that you've spoken about it and how to leave a legacy with residual income. Now, what's your experience with it? Because you've written about it in the book, so you've been there, you've done that. So for people who haven't looked to explore passive income or royalty income as a legacy for their business, what did you learn as you went through the process, and what sort of tips and ideas can you give to people in regards to this form of income for your business?
Well, I guess the biggest thing I found is so much of it doesn't work. There's so many, different ideas out there, different systems that are perceived to work, but actually when you get down to the rubber, where the rubber hits the road, they don't seem to work. And look, I guess probably I got to the point where I was pretty skeptical about the whole thing, and even to the point of being deluded by it. Thinking, far out, this is like fairy tale stuff. I'm looking for a fairy godmother to wave a magic wand to make this thing to work. Where I was always brought up, if you did the work, you got paid for it. Well, a lot of the work I was doing, I wasn't getting paid for it, because what I found was a lot of the companies weren't hanging around for duration. And that's what I found was the biggest issue, is that, if you're going to set up a system that revolves around residual-based passive income, you've got to basically find a company that actually is going to be there for the duration, so that what the work you do today, you're going to get paid for it down the track. And I found that was the biggest challenge. But the good news is I found it. I did find it. I found it about 4 years ago, actually nearly 5 years ago. And look, it's changed my life in relation to the income that comes in from that. And I guess that's really the foundation that I've built Jolt around, because, look, I not only wanted residual-based income from myself and from my family, to be able to leave a legacy for my family. Once I realised how good that was, I thought, mate, I've got a moral responsibility here now to share this concept with others so they can actually have the same benefits in their life.
Yeah, That's exactly right, because once you experience, and that's where the word experience comes in, doesn't it? Once you've actually been through the process and seen the ones that don't work and finally found one that you know has the structure and the longevity to it, you can really start to build something around it. And you've done that with the Jolt Business Centre. It's a way of getting online business that works. As we said, it's an automated system, but it's one that's proven to work. It's one that has been set up based around a structure you've set up from your experience. And I think by having the Jolt Business Centre and having the mentorship that comes with that, people can join in on online business and the new sense of passive income that people are starting to look for. You see a lot of online courses, you see a lot of online selling, a lot of online businesses, because of that exact point you said previously, where you're not starting all over again on Monday. You're building upon that online revenue stream that can work while you're not there. Like you're saying, you're in Brighton, you're in the beach, but the Jolt Business Centre is working for you because you've set it up to do that. Now, I think that's what people don't understand. They trade dollars for hours, and they just think the more they work, the more money they can make. But it's really about getting smart, getting a structure set up, and getting something that will work for you. Is that what you would say? Because I know that that's what I see when I see the Jolt Business Centre, having a structure and a format that's automated so it will work while you're not there.
Oh, 100%, Nicola. And look, and without sounding like I'm blowing my own trumpet, I've spent 18 months building this thing, from scratch. It's something that's not a. This is a game changer. It's the only one in the world that does this. And people ask me, so where do you come from? I have to, I suppose, pinch myself. Most mornings to think that what we've actually built, and no joke. Look, apart from the 18 months it took me to build this, I spent 250 grand building this darn thing, and like sometimes I think, far out, mate, you've got to be joking, but. I'm fair dinkum about what I'm on about, always have been. Anything that I've ever tackled in my life, it's either, get the job done, get in with it, or don't do it at all. There's no middle ground, It's either full on or no go at all. Yeah. So what I've actually built here is something that works. I know it works. It's working for me. It's working for others. I wouldn't be promoting something that doesn't work. There's no point doing that. Yeah. And, as you just said, here I'm sitting on the beach in Brighton, having a few days off, and this is what I call beach time. But while I'm holidaying, Jolt's working for me. While I'm sleeping, Jolt's working. So it's doing the work for me. And I think for some people, it's like a dream come true. But you might think, look, this looks too good to be true. Yeah, well, I can understand exactly where you're coming from. But all I can say is, it's a bit like any journey. You got to be prepared to put your foot out there and have a go. And, the hardest part of any journey is the first step. So I guess all I'm saying to the people that are watching this podcast is, look, have a little bit of faith in yourself that if you take that first step and get involved, it'll work for you. Okay. I know it will, because it's working for so many others.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, there's no reward without risk, but then there's no risk when you've had a structure that's already working. So you're not creating something from scratch. You've already taken that risk on behalf of the people that are part of the Jolt Business Centre and are currently utilising the passive income creator, because you've done the work, you've seen it in action, and you've seen the results. So it's not a new thing that people would have to say, I need to take a big risk myself, because you're not creating it, you're utilizing the system that's already done. You're just the person driving your own journey. So however hard you want to work in that business center and with the passive income creator will be up to you. And what we're saying is, if it's a side hustle and you just want to use it on a lesser level to supplement while you're studying, or if you want to go all in and this is your business journey and you want to make it work for you. So that's what I love about it. It's not an all in or all out. It's whatever journey you want to take with your online business, you can do that, and you can grow as you go, and you earn as you learn. And that's something that I think is really important. It's already earning for you whilst you're learning where your journey sits. Would that be right too? I find that It's a matter of where you sit, you still got the mentorship to make you grow as you get more involved in what you're doing.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Nicola. And look, I guess what you made mention there about a journey, look, when you buy a ticket to go on a journey, if you go on a trip on a train or a plane, you don't have to buy the plane, you don't have to buy the airline. All you got to do is buy the ticket. The plane or the train, that's already been built for you. The track's already been laid, and that's what Jolt is. The track's already been laid. All you got to do is buy the ticket and get on the ride. Pretty simple, really. And sometimes people look at things that are simple and they go, "Oh, there's got to be more to it than that." Well, I invite you to become involved and be quietly surprised.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And ultimately, with the Jolt Business Centre, it's a way to find out more. So we have access to the free masterclass, which you run, which is an hour, which gives people a real insight into your journey, the journey of the Jolt Business Centre, and what it can provide for them in an online business. Now that's awesome, because there is no risk to that. It's sitting there, going along the journey and finding out more. They can find out more about you online and through these podcasts. So it's not just an online thing that they know nothing about. There's a person and a journey behind it. So I think that that's important for people to go back if this is the first podcast they've watch the other ones, check you out online and see what you're about in your journey. And I think that's the difference between that and just this online things that people don't really have any feeling about. And that's where they get, oh, surely this must be too good to be true, because they don't get a sense of somebody's journey in building it and their journey in getting to that stage over 40 years of entrepreneurship to actually realize what works. So that's what you're getting involved in. You're getting involved in your experience over the last 40 years in business, your journey in building it, and then your journey in trying to help and mentor people to realize that passive income is the way forward in online business, and that you actually have a done for you system that is something, as you said, like a plane. It's there, it's ready to roll. You just need to get involved and make it work for you. And that's where the masterclass that you have will tell people how that works, gives them an insight into what it's all about, and then they can make decisions from there. And I think that that's well worth the hour of your time, because why not? And you could change your life literally by making that one decision. And I think, why would you want to risk not having the life of your dreams just by not or having fear hold you back? Is that something that you've felt from people, that sometimes the fear of new things or the fear of even having the life that they've wanted is holding them back?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And in fact, fear, FEAR, stands, in my vocabulary, stands for false evidence appearing real. I'll say that again, false evidence appearing real. And you can make that your own reality either way. It's like the old thing, what you think about becomes, so what you focus on becomes. So I guess what I'm saying is, don't be fearful, have faith in yourself, because this will work. I know it does. And I know I keep on banging on about it. I mean, I just wish that I could just grab you and hold you by the hand, and I guess that's what we're trying to do with these podcasts, isn't it? Yeah. Nicola, is like, generally speaking, I hold people by the hand. Let's walk through this situation. I mean, I'm a certified life coach. Generally, I'm grabbing someone by the hand and saying, okay, let's walk through this journey together. Okay. Online is a different dynamic, and as you can appreciate, I'm having to learn this whole thing about being online. I guess what I'm trying to do here is for you to see that I'm a real person. This is a real opportunity. All I'm saying is, have a little bit of faith in yourself and a faith in what we've got here, and have a crack at it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I mean, people forget, a lot of this mentorship was done in person. A lot of years, many people have enjoyed having mentors guide them through one-on-one in person. And that environment's changed with COVID, and it's changed just with the way online is growing so big. So that's why podcasts are great, and actually having a social media profile and being able to see what people are really like. And I love that you've taken that journey on, and you've gone from realizing that online was no longer, in person was going to be harder, and you weren't able to fly state to state easily and overseas. So now it's like, okay, how am I going to adapt? And you've created the Jolt Business Centre and the Passive Income Creator to enable you to have that connection with business owners in a way you can build it and then support them hand holding along the way in a virtual online world. And podcasts to show, your values, where you stand in your experience and your growth. And I think that's really important. And I really hope that people take the time to check the masterclass out, because it's just that if you're fearful about, the next step or where you see yourself going in this journey, you might have a 9-to-5 you're not happy with, and you really can see yourself doing something else, or you really want to have more times with the kids at home, but you don't know how to make that work. This is an option and a very viable one. So I'd really recommend, we'll be putting the link to the masterclass to sign up for the masterclass in the description, and also you can find it on the socials, but check it out, because it's only going to take an hour of your time, and it literally could change your life. And I think why not? I think you deserve that. Wouldn't you agree? Like, people deserve the best life they can possibly have, so why not explore it?
100%. Quite often the things that limit our expectations on life is our own thinking. I think I quoted Henry Ford last week by saying, what he says, and that is, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're also right. And quite often that's just the way of thinking, and quite often it's stuff that's been said to us in the past, or experiences that we've had, whether it be good, bad, or sad, and that limits us from having another go at something. When we get caught up in the status quo and think, well, too bad, we just get on with life, and accept the status quo and accept the also, what I call the also ran, But look, I believe that we're put on this earth to accomplish stuff. Why can't you have it? Why can't you have a new car? Why can't you have a new house? Why can't you go on the holiday of your dreams? A bit like, this might be a bit of a challenge to someone, but hey, they build Rolls Royces for people to drive. Why can't you have one?
Yeah, and that's exactly right. My saying is always, why not you, and why not now? Why not you? And why not now? So if you're willing to do the work, well, then anything's possible. So I think this is really our way of saying, look, you've been up and you've been down, you've been through it all, and ultimately you've got up and you've gone again. And this just shows that it doesn't matter what you've been through. If you're willing to get up and go again and have that faith in finding the opportunity, we did that in a podcast recently, the opportunity in adversity, which you've done here with COVID and not being able to have that mentorship one-to-one. You've created the business centre, the Jolt Business Centre, to have that and provide that for people, because it's your why. It's the reason that you're here, is to provide that support for people. And then you found a way where you can provide passive income so that people can continue to live the life they want and lead that royalty, that legacy royalty for people. So I think it's a wonderful thing. And I just want people to take the time out to just back themselves and just really explore the options that are out there. And this is one of them. It is viable. It does work. It works for you. It's worked for people already in the Jolt Business Centre. So why would you not explore it? If it's something that you've been looking into, or you can tell it's deep in your heart that you want to be in control of your own destiny, your own income, and not be 9-to-5, well, this is a perfect chance for you to try something that has been tested and reduces your risk. And I think that's the most important thing, because the risk is what stops people from trying. So to know that your risk is mitigated somewhat in regards to it being automated, 100% done for you, plug and play, earn while you learn, all of these things are great ways to get started and to start building. So we're going to put that link in there for sure. Is there anything you wanted to finish up with, Leith, whilst you're on the beach and enjoying your life with your passive income? What else do you want to join? What else do you want to let people know about the Business Centre or passive income, or just about you and how you want to bring this to people?
Well, I must admit, Nicola, I guess all I can say to people is have a go. You'll never know if you don't have a go. And that's all I've done. And much to my surprise, it's worked. And I guess that's why I've gone ahead and taken all the guesswork out of it, all the hard work, all that stuff behind the scenes you normally got to do. to get something up and running. Like and I've actually, for want of a better word, I spoil people really, because you don't have to do all that. I've done it for you. All you do is buy the ticket, like I said, buy the ticket, jump on the plane, and away we go. Let's take off. So, I just encourage you to be bold enough to take massive action and get into it so you can get massive results.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because your results are only determined by the amount of effort you put in. And people forget that. They expect that life gives them everything, but ultimately you only get out what you put in, and the more you're willing to explore options, the more likely the doors are going to open for you. And as long as you're open to those options as well, if you're closed to everything because you're so cynical, or you just really don't think that there's anything out there that's going to work, well, then that's what you're going to receive. So if you open yourself up to opportunities, being one of them, attending the masterclass, an hour of your life, you can do it anytime, you'll see new opportunities. Look, it might not be for you, but at least you've learned something new and you've explored something. If it is for you, well, then look, isn't that the best hour you've ever spent of your life? Because now you've got complete change and some new direction you didn't have an hour before that. So that's what I recommend. All right, guys. Well, thank you for taking time out of your days off to come and chat with me on the beach in Brighton. And we will be back next week with another topic to discuss. In the meantime, check out all the socials and the links in the bio. You can also buy Leith's book, The Father Balance. This is about trying to get balance between family and being a business owner, which I think is really important as a side note to all of that. So thanks, Leith. It's been wonderful to have you on the podcast, and we'll look forward to talking to you again next week.
Yep. Best time to start right now. See ya. Thank you.
Love it. See ya.